Revival Now, and I would like to present to you Love and Liaisons, an original play written by Reverend Ted Jones. The first episode is The Family Man, a family man who is successful with a successful law firm. Episode number 2 is called Present Day Past. This is when our main character meets up with his past, or the past that he can't seem to get away from. Episode 3 is Tormenting Secrets. This is when the things inside of him are just tormenting him and tearing him apart from the inside. Episode number 4, Salvation and Soul Searching. This is a man that can be used of God to lead someone to Christ, but yet in his own life, he's still searching for inner peace. Episode number 5, Tragedy Strikes. What does this family do when they're struck with sudden tragedy? And episode number 6, The Price of Deceit. Was it worth it to keep these things hidden? Was it worth it to not tell anyone? And episode number 7, Grace and Hope. There is always grace and hope. No matter what we've done, God always has a way out. We hope that you will enjoy our mini-series Love and Liaisons on Reformation and Revival Now.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Hi, sweetie. I'm in the laundry room. I'll be up in a second.
Hello? Hey, Terry, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing good. Am I still thinking about last weekend? Oh, come on now. The question is, are you still thinking about last weekend? Of course. And I can definitely do with some more of that. Yes. But remember, I told you, you can't call me, not this time of night, especially talking about that, no. But listen, I got a great idea. I have to go to Philly next month for the reading of a will. It'll only take a day, but I can always tell Jackie that I'll be gone for 2. That'll give, just you and me some more time to spend at the Hilton. Yes. No. I can't stay the whole weekend. The men are in charge of service on Sunday. Yes.
Hi, honey.
Hey. Oh.
Hi, baby.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Listen to this. You will not believe what I'm looking at right now. Jackie, what are you doing?
I'm folding clothes.
No. The jogging suit.
And when I'm done, I'm going jogging.
Hey, listen, let me call you back. Yeah, bye. This time of night.
Well, I would have gone earlier, but somebody forgot to call his wife to tell her he'd be late, and I can't leave the girls alone.
True, I understand that. But Jackie, what brought on this unexpected burst of health consciousness?
Honey, you see this notice.
Let's see.
I just found out that we're having our 20th year class reunion in 11 months. Now, I was voted best figure by my class, and there is no way I'm dragging these hips into that ballroom. When I walk into the Capitol Hilton ballroom, I want to look as good as I did when I walked across that stage 20 years ago. So I'm going to start jogging a mile every day. I don't care how much you laugh.
Jackie, wait a minute. Hold on, sweetie. Baby, you don't even like to walk. And you drive to the corner store and you forget you still got that cough. Jackie, why are you rushing this, sweetie? Why don't you just take your time, start off right here home on the treadmill?
What is the last time you seen me on that treadmill? Every time I start exercising at home, you know what I do. I sit down, turn on the TV, put popcorn in the microwave, and I never get started. That ain't even gonna work.
Okay.
It sounded like you were fussing at somebody on the phone. Who was that?
It was Terry.
Oh, we need to talk. Call Terry back.
Hey, Terry, yeah, it's me. Listen, Jackie wants to holler at you. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Well, hello, sweetie. Was my husband harassing you? Yeah, because if he was, you know, I will kick his behind. That's right, because, you know, we go all the way back to third grade. You know your best friend's always got your back. So, oh, really? No, my cough is okay. I went to the doctor, but thanks for asking. So listen, we've got to get together like we used to, you know, back in the day, before the kids and 20 pounds ago. Really? Well, you're going to have to work on that. Okay, well, I'm getting ready to start my run now, so you tell Ray I said hello, and don't forget to kiss Daniel for me. Why? Well, didn't you get your letter? We're having our 20th year class reunion in 11 months. That's right, Capitol Hilton, strictly black tie, and you know me, I'm going to be looking some kind of good. You know what, you need to stop laughing at me. I don't care what you or my tired husband say, I'm going jogging. Yeah. You know what, if you don't stop laughing at me, the next sound you hear is going to be a Dow tone. I ain't even fooling with you no more. Goodbye. Don't forget to tell Ray I said hello. You'll let me know then. Okay, talk to you later. All right, so you and Terry think it's real funny, ha ha ha. All right, well, we're gonna see how funny it is when I'm standing in the Capitol Hilton in that size 12 black cocktail dress, you know, the one you bought me from Neiman Marcus and I still can't fit?
Right, right.
Both of you will have to beg my forgiveness for doubting that that this woman could do anything she set her mind to do.
Jackie, then, sweetie, you need to set your mind to quit smoking. Now tell me, how in the world are you going to go running and you can't even walk around without hacking like you are?
Steve, I gave up a lot for you when we married. I stopped hanging out with my sister girls all night, I stopped drinking, and I stopped going to clubs. And baby, I know I need to stop smoking. But honey, I've got 20 pounds to lose, and you know you start gaining weight.
Okay.
As soon as I reach my goal, honey, I promise you. But baby, come on now, don't you remember back in the day when you met this fine size 10, honey, sunbathing on the beach, sunbathing on the beach, remember?
Yeah.
In my itsy bitsy teeny weeny, not much more than string bikini.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Don't you remember?
Yes, I took one look at you and I said to myself, Steve, my man.
What'd you say?
That chick is cute in the face,
Hey.
thin in the way.
Hey,
Hope
hey.
she's got her
Hey,
own play.
hey.
Fine as wine in the summertime and oh so fine and just my kind.
Yeah, and sure, my whole behind. You know I was a heathen and wild back in those days.
Yes.
You know, before I became a Christian. But honey, wouldn't you like to see me look like that again?
Oh.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
Well, instead of this size 16 blimp,
Oh, chunky monkey.
Chunky Monkey ain't working right about now.
Oh, baby. Listen,
What?
don't ever down yourself like that again, okay? Size 16 works for me. I love you just the way you are.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. You didn't even answer the question, counselor.
Your Honor, motion to approach the bench.
Motion granted.
Listen, I am compelled to invoke my Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination and to suggest that this line of questioning smacks some type of entrapment.
So who you supposed to be, Tony Soprano or somebody?
Bada boom, bada bang.
Coward, you know you couldn't win this argument anyway.
Okay, yeah, but seriously, baby, you need to quit smoking. Come on now. Sweetie, the girls need a mother, and I need my wife, okay? Baby, I love you. You mean too much to me. I don't want to lose you. I'd rather have the bigger you than lose the little you.
Honey, I'm not going anywhere. Remember, I went to the doctor, I had a physical and a chest x-ray. I'm good.
Okay.
Baby, I promise you, as soon as I can squeeze these hips into that size 12 dress, I promise you I'll quit smoking, even if I gain the weight back again, okay? Deal?
Deal. Now, you know I'm gonna hold you to that, right?
I know.
Okay. Where my girls at anyway?
Well, they're supposedly asleep, otherwise they'd be crawling all over you looking for candy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It must be later than I think. What time is it anyway?
It's almost 8:30. What took you so long?
Just our good friend Judge Baker,
You mean to tell me that old woman is still on the bench?
still on the bench.
See.
I declare, you know, that woman is a serious piece of work. You know, she kept granting the other attorneys an extension here and an hour there, and then today she says, I'm tired of all the
She sounds
delays.
just like her.
Yeah, but she's the reason why things kept dragging out, and then today she decides, I want it all settled, even if it take all night. And as you can see, it almost did.
And this is for which case?
The Parker case.
The one with the man driving the car with the bug and all?
Yes.
Okay.
But at least the Parker case is settled. I don't have to hear another word about bugs or trauma. They finally get their house repaired, and you know what, sweetie?
What?
We finally get paid.
Chang chang. See, that's what
Yes.
I'm talking about. So where are we taking the girls this time?
You remember back to
Orlando. Girls, you know I hear you scrambling around in there. You know you're not asleep. Come on out.
Daddy, Daddy, where did you bring us?
Oh, sweeties, how are you? Good to see you. Now, what makes you think that I brought you two little munchkins anything?
You know where the goodies are.
In the jacket.
Oh, boy. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. Careful, sweetie. Careful. Please be careful. This is Armani. Whew. Armani. Oh, my goodness. Okay, baby. One for you
Thank you, Daddy.
and one for you.
Thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome. You know what? Something tells me that I've been had.
Well, who knows you like the women in your life? Tammy called me a couple of hours ago telling me that you'd be late. And since you're finally home, you get to watch the little munchkins while I go for my run. And then I'm going to recuperate at Java Java's for a skim mocha light latte. All right, so I'll see you when I get back.
You can't
You
be
guys
serious.
behave, okay?
Bye,
Mommy.
Mommy.
Jackie, now you know I don't want you going out this late.
So, you know what time Mr. Hayes is coming in?
Actually, I think around 9:30.
Oh, okay.
I talked with him yesterday. Have you checked into the Anderson case?
Yeah, I'm working on the file right now. Do you remember what volume we need for the Anderson case? What was it, 507?
Is it 507 or 5?
Oh, I have it.
Actually,
We're in the money. We're in the money. Good morning, Tammy
Good morning, Mr. Hayes.
and Mr. Watson.
Mr. Hayes, that glide in your stride and pep in your step can only mean one thing.
And you know it. We won the Richardson case yesterday, and do you know what that means, young fellow?
No, tell me, what does that mean?
2 young black attorneys-in-law are about to get paid.
My man.
Excuse me for a minute. Tammy.
Yes.
When are you gonna dump that no-good man of yours and run away with me for a weekend of sinful pleasure?
As soon as you promise to leave your wife and 2 kids?
But you still haven't said when you're gonna dump Rob.
I'm not. I'm gonna keep both of you and just alternate weekends. Good morning, Hayes and Watson. How may I help you? Uh-huh. Oh, sure, we can help you with that. One moment, please. Okay. looks like we can have you in for initial consultation. Let's see. How's 10:30 next Wednesday? Uh-huh. Good. So we look forward to seeing you then. And thank you for choosing Hayes and Watson to handle your case. So, Mr. Watson, here's the file for the Anderson case. Now, you need to be in Judge Patterson's court at 1.
Got it.
Oh, and Mr. Hayes, you're off for Philadelphia to do the Jackson's will, right?
Yep, that's me. And after that, I'm a chill in Philly for a day.
You're not taking the wife and kids?
Negative. It has been a rough month. I'm gonna have dinner at Pillar Steakhouse, soak in a jacuzzi at one of my favorite hotels. So listen, if anyone calls, you tell them, no phone calls.
Oh, okay, let me write this down. All right, you said no phone calls,
Right, no court dates,
no court dates,
no appointments.
no appointments.
Just me, a luxury hotel, and some serious unwinding.
Consider it done.
You know, you have certainly earned it. You really brought it home on the Parker and Richardson case. So, where are we on the big one?
You mean Walker versus Gel Pharmaceuticals?
Exactly.
Here you are, Mr. Hayes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, the supervisor had accused Miss Walker for stealing morphine from the company's stockroom, and they fired her without providing any evidence. She came back, got a copy of the security camera tape, which showed that she was nowhere near the stockroom in the day of questioning.
Right.
But what it did show was her supervisor using Miss Walker's access card. They had her arrested, and she did a month in jail when she showed the company the tape. The police, they checked out her story and her evidence, and guess what they found? Her supervisor had the basement full of drugs which he had stolen from JR Pharmaceuticals. They had him arrested, but they still would not give Miss Walker her job back. That, of course, is when she called us. Okay, Miss Paralegal, since you were so quick and on your feet to hand me this file before I can ask for it, it is quiz time for you.
Quiz time?
Yes.
Oh, I'm ready.
What was Miss Walker's first mistake?
She should have gotten a lawyer from the start and let the lawyer get a subpoena for the security tape. Now that would have kept her out of jail.
Correct, Miss Ellis. But
But if she waited to do that, the supervisor probably would have stolen the tape himself.
Now, if he would have stolen or doctored the tape,
A copy can be ruled inadmissible in court if the original is still in existence because it presupposes the possibility of tampering. Woo, I'm a bad girl, I'm a bad girl.
go ahead with your bad self.
Thank you.
But was our client really guilty of trespassing?
No, because she signed in at the front desk before she went and spoke to the security guard. Now, they were friends, and the guard gave her a copy of the tape. He probably broke some kind of company rule, but there was no crime in Miss Walker asking for the tape,
which means
which means JR Pharmaceuticals is guilty of several charges for which they are going to be royally sued, all because they tried to cover up for one of their supervisors. They should have just given the woman back her job. That's all she wanted.
Absolutely right. So, Tammy, what did they say to our latest settlement offer?
They're still squirming, trying to find some way out of this. But the way I see things, they'll come around and accept what is a very reasonable offer. Listen, there is no way they want to go into court with this case. We've got witnesses, we've got the police report, we've got the security tape, and they have next to nothing. And they know that if we go to court, we'll be seeking 5 times the amount we're asking now. It doesn't make sense to take that chance. I figure they're trying to wait us out to see if Miss Walker would take less money in exchange for waiting less time. But once we get a court date, they'll give in.
wow, excellent assessment, Miss Ellis. You are right on it this morning. Hey, TC, we picked the winner to be a paralegal. She's got smarts.
She certainly does, and she's going to be a great lawyer. Okay, folks, I'm headed down to court, then stop by the law library, do a little more research on the Anderson case. Hey, I've got to keep up my end, so I'm out.
Great. Hey, listen, if you get out late, call me on my cell, all right? I'll
Okay,
be on my
bye.
way to Philly.
Have a good-
God bless you, man.
Have a good one, Miss Ellis.
You too. Hayes.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that if you need some help unwinding,
Whoa.
baby, I give one mean neck and shoulder massage. You could call it a total body experience.
Hold on, Miss Ellis.
Yes.
If I didn't know any better, I would say that you were making me a proposition.
Well, I wanted you to know that I am ready and willing to help you burn some of that midnight oil, baby. That is, if you... Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. Mr. Watson, Mr. Hayes, look, I'm really sorry. I hope this doesn't mess up our professional relationship. I thought...
Tammy, listen. Hold on, wait. Whew. I know what you thought, and
Mr. Hayes,
yes.
I just wanted to say that if you need some help unwinding,
Whoa.
baby, I give one mean neck and shoulder massage. You could call it a total body experience.
Hold on, Miss Ellis.
Yes.
If I didn't know any better, I would say that you were making me a proposition.
Well, I wanted you to know that I am ready and willing to help you burn some of that midnight oil, baby. That is, if you... Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. Mr. Watson, Mr. Hayes, look, I'm really sorry. I hope this doesn't mess up our professional relationship. I thought...
Tammy, listen. Hold on, wait. Whew. I know what you thought, and what I'm about to say is going to sound like a cliche, but I've got to say it, okay? It's not you. It's me. You know, TC was right. You are going to be a great lawyer. And you know the joking that I always initiate, it can easily be taken as harassment. I gave you the wrong impression, and that's my fault, and I have to ask you to forgive me, okay? As your supervisor, but more importantly, as attorney myself, I definitely should have known better, okay? So as of now, no more joking. You will be Miss Ellis at all times. But let me tell you this. You know, when TC and I hired you, we loved your credentials. You were fourth in your class, hard worker, dean's list, and Judge Owen did speak very highly of the work that you did for her as a clerk, but I gotta admit, it sure didn't hurt that you were so attractive. So maybe I was more friendly than I should have been. I'm sorry, and I hope I didn't damage our professional relationship. So I'm going to break up this mutually embarrassing moment for the both of us, okay? Yeah. And I'm gonna walk down to the corner deli and grab myself a corned beef sandwich. All right, do you want anything?
A margarita would be nice right about now.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't care for anything. Thank you.
Okay, And when I get back, we're both going to be okay. We're also going to be very professional. Isn't that right, Miss Ellis?
Absolutely, Mr. Hayes. And thank you.
Yeah, Terry, listen. Look, we both knew that we would not be able to see each other as much as we like, right? Yeah, I know. We can only get together when we can. I know that. But we both have families and neither one of us wants to put that in jeopardy, right? I know, listen, let me ask you this. Are you thinking about giving up Ray and Daniel? No. And you know how much Jackie and the girls mean to me, right? We don't want to mess that up. Right, Terry? Terry, right? Good. Now you're making sense. Hey, listen, I gotta go. I hear Jackie coming. Yeah, talk to you later. Bye.
Well, hi, honey.
Hey.
You know what they say, seeing is believing. If the suit don't fit, you must quit and buy a new one. Honey, I have lost 10 pounds.
Wow.
Are you proud of me?
Baby, I am proud of you.
And I can run a half a mile.
Mm-hmm. See, I told you.
Now, I was crazy to think that I could start off running a whole mile. I still can't, but I can walk a half and run the other. I might even try to start for that size 10.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. I know what you get ready to say. I already went to the doctor today.
Okay, and what did he say?
He said the reason the cough is getting worse, several reasons. Number one, I have an upper respiratory infection, and he started me on antibiotics.
Okay.
He said that since I started jogging, I'm breathing deep and bringing up a lot of stuff from my chest and lungs. And he said that'd clear up, I'm sorry, as I start to build up my wind.
Right.
He also said that I need to stop smoking and you shut up. And he suggested that I start using an inhaler when I start running. So I had a really good day.
Excellent.
Now all I need to hear is those words I so long to hear from you.
Okay, all right. You were right, sweetie. You can do anything that you set your mind to.
That was a good start, but you forgot the 3 little words, my darling. Come on now.
What are you doing? Okay.
You need me to help you?
I was wrong.
Just pretend like you're in court and we got this big jury. I was wrong.
Wrong.
That hurt you so bad, didn't it? Just saying you wrong.
Now, how was that, my darling wife?
Yeah, well, since you were so gracious in defeat, I shall reward you and let you take me to that new vegetarian restaurant that just opened up in Georgetown.
Baby, vegetarian. Oh, Jackie. Sweetie, listen. Now, if you want to be Woody the Wabbit, that's your business.
Just yada, yada,
But as
yada.
for me, I ain't eating no darn bean sprouts, tofu, alfalfa, followed by what is that messy sandwich, falafel
But
sandwich?
you used to eat it.
Baby, that was used to. I ain't doing it. I gave that mess up when I became a Christian and quit going to the mosque. I ain't doing it. No.
But Stevie, don't you want your pudgy-wudgy wife to turn into that slim, sexy wife you married 12 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah? But seriously, baby, if I start eating right, I'll lose the weight even faster. And then I can take you down to Neiman Marcus and buy you that red lace bustier and garter set I promised. How about that?
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. You almost had me. No, Jackie, that's not fair. You were not playing fair, babe.
I'm not playing, honey.
Okay, how about if we go to Five Guys after?
How about not? I'm trying to lose weight, not fill up my arteries with grease. No, I don't think so.
Okay. How about this? How about if we find a steakhouse with a vegetarian dish or two on the menu? Come on, please.
How about stop whining? Haven't you noticed the girls aren't here?
Yeah, it is quiet. Where are they?
They're over Jeff and Julie's. You know, they're doing real good since they got back together. And since we're in this big old house by ourselves, why don't you take me to dinner and back here for dessert? Some strawberries and whipped cream dipped in chocolate, or some chocolate dipped in whipped cream. You like me now?
I do have a sweet tooth. But first, I must take a look at the dessert tray before we go.
I thought you never asked. Now get on in here and let the chef show you what you got to choose from. But no sampling from the menu until after dinner.
Oh, Jackie. So what you telling me? I just lost another argument, huh?
Oh, yeah, you did. But it's okay. Because you're supposed to lose up in here. Because all this here, this is my courtroom and I'm the judge. Now get on in here with your fine self before I hold you in contempt and punish you.
To the fullest extent of the law, Your Honor. Woo-hoo! Punish me. Are we still going to Five Guys?
You know what? I got your daggone Five Guys.
Look, I've been waiting outside for 30 minutes. You need to get yourself up out of here now.
Ronnie, I didn't ask you to come by and pick me up. And remember, I told you that I expected it to be done by 7. I did not say I would be.
Hey, me trying to talk that lawyer junk to me.
Lawyer junk? Ronnie, what are you talking
I
about?
told you I was coming down here. You need to get yourself up out of here.
I need to do my job. Look, if you want to leave, that's up to you.
Oh, what? I didn't come down here for nothing. Get up here. You're coming up out of here. Get up out of here.
Excuse me, but is there a problem here?
Wait, there is definitely a problem here.
Look, y'all don't have nothing to do with this. This between me and her.
What? Man, you come into my office, put your hands on my employee, and then tell me I have nothing to do with this? Fool, who do you think you're messing with?
Easy. Come up here. Look, we're not out in the hood.
He's disrespecting my office.
We don't care it this way anymore. Remember? This is why we became lawyers. Do things by the book. We don't take the law into our own hands. Now, I'm serious, man. You need to control yourself. Get it and let it stick in your hand. Hayes and Watson. Hayes and Watson.
Yeah, right. I'm supposed to be cool, right? Okay. Hayes and Watson. Yeah. Hayes and Watson.
That's what it is.
Oh, you see this? Do you see this?
What? What?
Oh, you still popping off of the mouth,
I'm
huh?
still popping,
Man,
baby.
I will hurt you. Man, I will kick your ass. Hey! Okay, all right. Behind. Lock you up for trespassing and sue you for everything you got. Are you hearing me?
No.
Man, I said, are you hearing me?
Steve.
Don't come over here now unless you ready for a beatdown. That's how big Ron roll, baby.
Man, let me tell you something, homeboy. I really don't think that you want to go there.
Let's go there.
Mr. Hayes, please. Now, we have clients coming. Everybody just needs to calm down. This is a law firm. Now, Ronnie, would you please just go? I told you, I'll get out of here as early as I can. And I'll meet you at the club. Ronnie, you know what? Better yet, why don't you just meet me at the Ramada downtown? Just you and me, baby. Okay?
All right, baby. Okay. But your boy over there was about to get hurt.
Just wait for me, Ronnie. Come on. Let's go.
All right, man. You got it. I'm backing off.
Now you are being sensible.
Let's go, Ronnie.
Nah, dog. You got it.
Listen,
This time.
Man, please get him out of here.
just relax.
holding the man calm. That young man has got some serious issues. I'm not gonna have him disrespecting you or my office like that again. I'm not having it, and neither should you.
Mr. Hayes, thank you for coming to my rescue, but you don't have to worry about Ronnie. He's all bark and no bite. You see how quick he calmed down? That's all I needed was just a couple of minutes with him. And he's really not so bad when you get to know him.
Miss Ellis, all I want to know is that he is not setting foot back in his office again.
You know, you did the right thing, Steve. You know, I know you. And I'm glad you didn't switch up and show him the old you. I would be getting your tail out of jail. And I need my law partner helping us keep our clients out of jail.
Well, thanks, and good looking out and for helping me keep my cool.
You're cool.
Miss Ellis, I'm sorry that you had to see that side of me, okay? I have zero tolerance.
Steve, don't go there.
For men putting their
Don't
hands
go
on
there,
it just-
Steve.
Wait, you know what? I'm gonna go in the back. I'm gonna have me some coffee, okay? I will see you guys in a few.
Sure, take your time.
I would have never guessed that Mr. Hayes had a temper like that.
It got him locked up when he was younger.
Locked up? Wait, he went to jail?
He went to prison. You see, his dad was an alcoholic and used to slap Steve's mother around when he got drunk. Steve used to box Golden Gloves back in the day. And one night he came back from the gym and his dad was really giving it to his mother. Steve couldn't take it anymore. He beat his own father half to death.
Are you serious?
And even though he was defending his mother, the courts ruled that he should have restrained himself because of his training. His dad was in the hospital in a coma for 3 months.
3 months?
Now, Steve had some priors, which didn't exactly help his case. So he ended up looking at 20 years.
Wow.
And there were provisions in the law for situations like the one Steve was in. But a lot of those court-appointed lawyers, they weren't worried about working hard for their clients.
That's true.
They run a volume business. They didn't know about the precedents and didn't bother to do the research. They just plea bargained from 10 to 20 years, down to 5 to 10, 5. Steve went to the prison library, studied the law, found his case wasn't handled well. He submitted an appeal, represented himself.
What? He represented himself?
He represented himself, Ms.
Go
Ellis.
ahead, Steve.
The felony was dropped to a misdemeanor, and he was out in 3 years. He impressed the judge so much that he agreed to sponsor him through law school.
Who? The judge?
Yep, and my dear, you can figure out the rest.
So, when did the two of you meet?
Ms. Ellis, let's just say we both have pasts we're more than a little ashamed of.
Okay.
We met in a halfway house.
Wait, so you went to prison too?
Correct, Ms. Ellis. I started working on my law degree while I was still locked up. So when we met, it only seemed natural that two ex-cons with a common interest in the law would get together and use our second chances to make things better for people. And we've been best buddies ever since.
Wow. That's a really great story.
Hey, what can I say? We both should still be locked up. But God made a way. He gave us good jobs, great families. He's really been good to us.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess he has.
You know, we weren't hardly angels, Tammy. But God had mercy on us. So we owe him everything.
Can somebody tell me why a drink with caffeine in it, which is supposed to make you hyper, can calm you down?
The brother needs a whole pot to calm him
whole
down.
pot.
Again, Miss Ellis, I want to apologize, okay? I thought that I was past reacting like that.
Mr. Hayes, you don't have to apologize. You and Mr. Watson, you guys have gone way beyond being just my bosses. You two just became family. I've never had any man, anyone, step up to defend me like you did. And you don't even know me that well. I guess what I'm trying to say is, thank you both. And thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Jackie, baby, you know that meal was excellent. You give Emerald a run for his money.
Thank you, sweetie. Did you guys have enough?
Yes, Mommy.
Well, good.
Jackie, don't worry about that. I'm gonna clean up later.
Okay, what did you do?
Baby, nothing. I just want you to come sit down and talk with me.
All righty then, go on to sit and talk with husband. Okay, girls, go get your homework and let's start on it, all right?
Yes, Mommy.
Okay.
No, sweetie, I have got to hand it to you. You are doing a great job with this weight loss.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Yes.
And I feel so much better since I started exercising.
Thank you.
I'm 1 dress away from my goal. My cough seems to be getting better. And I'm running 2 miles a day now.
What? That's excellent.
And you have to admit, I have a whole lot of more energy than I did 8 months ago.
Whoa, yes, amen for the energy.
That's what I'm talking. Well,
Girl,
just calm down. The
man,
girls are in the room.
That's how they got here. You are incredible, baby. I mean, simply incredible. You know what? I can't even keep up with you. You gonna force your man to go down to the corner store and get some help if you get any
You
more
are so
vitality.
silly. Trust, you don't even need any Viagra. That's what you're talking about. But you know what? I promised you I was going to stop smoking, right?
Yes.
And I think I'm going to, since the weight loss is doing so well. And this is what my plan is. I am going to limit myself to 4 cigarettes. I promised you I was going to stop smoking, right?
Yes.
And I think I'm going to, since the weight loss is doing so well. And this is what my plan is. I am going to limit myself to 4 cigarettes a day.
Okay.
1 first thing in the morning.
Okay.
1 after every meal, or maybe 5. 1 first thing in the morning, 1 after every meal, and well, you know. Anyway, I'll give you the pack.
Okay.
You give me my ration in the morning, and I promise not to go out and buy any more during the course of the day. How's that? Deal?
Deal. Baby, I am proud of you.
Well, thank you, baby.
I owe you a lobster dinner.
Well,
What you think?
I think maybe I would like to have a ruby ring.
Okay. You got it. That's
Since
a done deal.
you bought me the biggest diamond I've ever seen. How
Or
about
better yet, let's hold off on that. And
What?
Janine's.
Okay. For my lobster dinner? All right, that's good. Well, now. Yeah, Janine's. They make the most incredible lobster dinner. You know, the one with the deviled crabs? Tastes so good it make you want to kiss your mama.
Yeah, let's go to Mommy's favorite restaurant.
I think you need to be doing reading, writing, and arithmetic over there.
Yeah, this is between me and your mama.
Daddy, Amon is fighting me.
Lord
Mom,
have mercy.
Please, stop touching, please.
Anyway,
Done deal, baby. You've earned it. And you know what? We're about to settle on the Walker case.
Okay.
And when we do, guess what? I am going to buy you the biggest diamond that you have ever seen.
Okay, I know we were going to get around to that. Oh, you already done that. How about getting me my birthstone? The ruby, the one I've been telling you about with the big old ruby with the itty bitty rubies all around the middle?
Okay, Queen Elizabeth, all right.
Well, you did it.
Well, say no more. You got it. And you know what else, baby? It is so hard to believe how good God has been to us. My law firm has been up and running for 3 years, and we're on the verge of a really big payday. I don't know why God has been so good to us.
Well, honey, Proverbs 28:20 says that a faithful man will be truly blessed. And he rewards faithfulness, honey. You've been faithful to God. You've been faithful to the church. But most importantly, honey, you've been faithful to me. I love you. The girls adore you. Honey, you had a dream and you made it happen. What's the matter?
Oh, everything's okay. It's okay.
Well, it's getting late, and I hate to break up our tender little moment, so I'm going for my run. You'll settle the girls in?
Yeah, I'll make sure they're settled, baby.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
Okay. All right, girls. Let me see what you're doing with your homework.
Mommy, help me with this one.
Okay, you forgot to regroup your 9. You make the 8. See?
Told you so.
All righty. Okay, I'll see you when I get back, sweetheart.
All right. Jackie, don't forget your inhaler.
Oh, thank you. I'll see you when I get back, sweetie.
Okay.
Bye, Mommy. Bye, Mommy.
All right, sweeties, let's get ready for bed, okay? Come give me a hug.
Yes, Daddy. Yes, Daddy.
You know I love you.
Love you too, Daddy. Love you too, Daddy.
I love you.
Good night, Daddy. Good night, Daddy.
Good night. I'll be in a moment. Make sure you're tucked in. I love you.
Love you too, Daddy.
Lord, how do you even stand the sight of me? I come into your house, I praise you, I serve on the board at church, and yet I cheat on my wife with her best friend. God, she's known Terry since they were kids, and she'll be crushed. God, she'll be crushed if she ever found out, and yet you bless me the way you do. How can you still love me?
Lord, I come into your presence, knowing I've sinned, knowing that I broke your word again and again. Lord, I come into your presence, even though I broke your heart, and yet I come here praying that you'll give me a brand new start. Lord, I know that I have hurt you, and I know that I've done wrong, and sometimes I don't feel worthy, Lord, to even sing your songs, but I know there's nowhere else to go if I want to be set free, so I cry, Lord Jesus, help me. So I cry, Lord Jesus, help me. Lord, I come into your presence, ashamed of how I live, and yet I come here praying And sometimes I don't feel well.
I got to do right. I've got to end this. Lord, help me end this. Hey, Terry. Yeah, it's me. Listen, we need to go someplace private. No. Because we really need to talk.
Oh, okay, Mr. Watson. You said you had a 5-minute recess? Oh, okay, no problem. I can look that up for you. Sure. What volume? Okay, hold just a second, please. Mr. Watson? Yes, I have it. It says the assault and battery one. Okay. Imposition of 15-year sentence for assault was not excessive, where assault charge arose from defendant striking a victim across face with gun. Okay. All right, no problem. Good luck. No, I'm fine. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Ms. Ellis. Ms. Ellis?
I'm sorry. Good morning, Mr. Hayes.
Are you okay this morning? Now listen, did that guy put his hands on you? I'm cool this time, but I will make sure that they put his butt under the jail. You just let me know, and we will get a restraining order to cease and desist, and I'll swear out an affidavit about the time I saw him put his hands on you here at the office.
No, Mr. Hayes, Ronnie's cool. I told you, he just talks like he's some kind of a roughneck. He's really just a teddy bear.
So, does this by chance have anything to do with our misunderstanding from a few months back?
Well, it does, and it doesn't.
That's a good lawyer answer.
Guess I'm making progress. But it's like this. I was thinking about that afternoon when we had our misunderstanding. Look, let me explain it this way. When I was doing my undergrad work, I was a serious party girl. I mean, I should have been on one of those Girls Gone Crazy videos. I really like sex. I mean, I really like it. If I saw a guy and I thought that he was cute, well, let's just say he wouldn't have to work very hard.
Wait, hold on.
Well, you know.
I think I know what you mean, but you're giving me too much information.
Okay. Well, one night, me and a couple of my sorority sisters decided to have a contest. We all got drunk and decided to see who could sleep with the most guys in one night. And believe it or not, I came in last with 6. Then a month later, I was pregnant. And I had no idea who the father was. With the 6 guys that night and a couple of others over the previous couple of weeks. There was almost no way to be sure. So I finished out the semester, and then I took off a year to have my baby. It took me 2.5 more years just to finish it. But I did get accepted to law school. So now I have a 4-year-old. And this morning she asked me the question I've been dreading for the past 5 years. She asked me who her father is. Mr. Hayes, I was devastated. I've had all this time to try and figure out what I was going to tell her. And when the moment came, I was tongue-tied. All I could do was just rush her out the door to school and tell her we talk about it later. But I still have no idea what I'm going to tell her.
As an attorney, I advise that you tell your daughter the truth.
The truth?
Yeah, a managed truth, but still the truth. Tell her that her father did not turn out to be the kind of man that you hoped he'd be, so you was forced to go at it on your own. Have you lied so far?
I guess not. But you know, one of these days, I won't have a young woman on my hands who I can, like you said, manage the truth with. One of these days, I'm going to have a young woman on my hands. One of these days, Dina's going to do the math, and she's going to figure out that she was conceived while her mom was still in college. Which means that her mom was a teenage slut who can't even tell her who her father is. Now, what is she going to think of me then?
By then, Dina's mom will be a successful attorney, someone who has loved her all her life and given her the best of everything. She'll be able to deal with the full truth that although you and her father coming together was really more than, one of...
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead. Nothing more than a booty call, right? A drunken one-night stand.
Listen. Miss Ellis, don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, so you and her father did not come together under the best of circumstances. But you know what? God wanted her to be born. You loved her too much to abort her out of existence. She'll be able to deal with that. Trust the old guy.
But what if she can't? What if she can't? I don't know what I'd do if Dina rejected me. You know what else? I thought that getting pregnant and having a child would have changed me, made me more mature or more responsible. But all it did was slow me down. When I do get a chance to get out for the weekend, I still end up in some hotel with some guy I barely know. And here's the part that's really hard. When you and TC interviewed me, I told myself that I'd get each of you in bed before my first year was up. So when you started talking to me about running off for the weekend...
Hey, please, don't say no more.
No, Steve, I need to say this. You need to know what kind of person you hired. I didn't want to sleep with you because I thought I had to in order to keep my job. No, I just saw two fine, successful black men who happened to be lawyers, and I said to myself, I ought to get some of that. That's why I was crying, Steve. This morning, when you came in, I asked myself, what kind of person am I? And I didn't like the answer. I look at you and TC, and I see the kind of person I wish I were. I wish I had a good marriage like you and Jackie. I wish I had someone who really, really loved me. I wish I could have a relationship with God like you and TC. But God wouldn't want anything to do with me. I don't even want anything to do with me. I'm nothing but a slut. A skeezer. A whore who doesn't even get paid. I'm even scared to have an AIDS test. I don't even want to look in the mirror anymore. God, I'm nothing, Steve. Steve, I'm nothing.
Listen, Miss Ellis. Miss Ellis, look at me. Miss Ellis, look at me. Let me tell you something. Everybody does things that they're not proud of, okay? And everybody has done something that makes them feel like they're nothing, but don't you ever think that you can do anything that will separate you from God. Don't you realize that God values you highly? Even if you was twice as bad, 10 times as you think you are, God still would have sent Jesus to down the cross just for you because he loves you that much. Yeah.
You're telling me that in spite of me, in spite of all the wrong I've done, that God can still love me?
Absolutely. Hey, he can love somebody like me. Now, I'm pretty sure TC told you what I did to go to prison, but guess what? He didn't tell you everything that I was into before that, okay? Let's just say there's some things that I better not own up to. But when I was locked up, you know, my pastor came to see me. He said, Steve, I don't care what you've done. God's love saved from the guttermost to the uttermost. And he wants to save you. Then he prayed for me. I believed him. I prayed along with him. And Jesus came into my life and changed my life for the better. I got out of jail in 3 years. I should have done at least 10. The judge paid for me to go to school. I'm the senior partner, Miss Ellis, in my own law firm. And on top of that, listen, God blessed me with a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful daughters. Trust me. He didn't do all of this for me because I was some good little altar boy all my life, okay? God's love looks beyond our past and even the wrong that we're doing now in the present.
Hello, welcome to Reformation and Revival Now. My name is Kevin Jones, Revival Teacher. Today we're going to take a look at sexual orientation and Genesis, or the Genesis model. Now this is a hotbed of a subject. In the marketplace today, we're meeting people from all sorts of walks of life and different experiences, spiritual and everything else, even different opinions on how we view God and religious living or Christian living, whatever you want to call it. However, I made this video to share with all of you a biblical foundation for traditional values, particularly where the sexual realm is concerned. So in order to do that, I would go back to the book of Genesis. In fact, let me give you a nugget. Whenever you want to find out what God intended, always go back to the book of Genesis. Now, not to Exodus. Go back to the book of Genesis, and then you will find out exactly what God intended. I believe Genesis 1, 2, and 3 gives you everything you need for a good foundation. So let's go to Genesis chapter 2, starting with verse 18. And the Lord God said, it's not good for man that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. So you see, it's God is the one that is the author, the motivator for man's companionship. To bring Eve into existence, he's the author of marriage. 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. Then the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he into a woman, and he brought her to the man. Now that's what you call a marriage made in heaven. And Adam said, in verse 23, Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." In verse 24, "Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed." And hopefully I'll get a chance on this video to get into some of that. So when we take a look at Adam and Eve, God gave them some responsibilities. He wanted them to rule and manage the planet. And he also, of course, built them and also mandated that they would procreate. So procreation is very important when you're looking at the Genesis narrative. However, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil changed everything. And in the sexual realm, what we see are things being altered almost immediately. Polygamy is introduced in the first few chapters of the Bible. And while it might have been permissible and okay, but it was not the biblical pattern. However, fornication, on the other hand, is the granddaddy of all sexual activity that is not sanctioned by God. And we need to take a look at fornication because it's saying something. Now, you probably have heard this, that fornication is sex without marriage, but it's more to it than that. Fornication is sex without God. In other words, God, who authored sexual union, spiritual union and sexual union, is not even considered. It's just my passions. And you're going to find out that that's what this thing is all about. Now, fornication, even if it's heterosexual, is still wrong. And it opens up a whole doorway. It opens up, of course, we talked about polygamy or polygamy. And we talked about adultery and pedophilia, homosexuality, bestiality, bisexuality, transsexuality. I mean, we can just keep going on this. But the truth of the matter is, none of these things come into play until after the fall. So, sexual orientation is a man-made concept. It's something made by man because it wasn't made by God, and it does not appear until after the fall. So after the break, I'm going to get into some important things. And then after you've heard this video, if you can get through all of it, write me in Sultana and share your views. You don't have to agree with us, but we just want to share with you the reason why we believe what we believe. I'll be back in just a moment. Hello, this is Brother Kevin, and I'm excited to bring to you our new channel, the Lord's Prayer Network. Actually, it's been up for some time, but we had our official kickoff July 1. I want to invite everyone to participate. If you don't have an established prayer life, then come to this channel. Make a few clicks. Do one station at a time. You see, the Lord's Prayer Network is encouraging God's people to pray every day, at least one station, but pray all the stations. It doesn't take a whole lot to go through it. But I want to share this with you because as we move into the billion soul revival harvest, God's people need to pray. And we need to also practice praying every day. So God bless you. The Lord's Prayer Network, LPN, is there for you. If you're in Reformation and Revival now, if you're at that channel, all you got to do is go to where the channel art is on the right side, click it, and it'll take you directly there. Well, anyway, God bless you, and I hope to see you because we will be eventually also doing live broadcasts there. All right, God bless you. I'll see you soon. You know, this is a very sensitive subject to many people. And I want to be careful how I say things. But at the same time, I also want to be very bold of what God has established. Almost every picture, almost every opinion of sexuality is a after the fall of man opinion. Because if you go back before the fall, we see what God ordained. So God didn't change his mind after the fall, but we changed ours because there's a difference in our nature. When Satan introduced the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he changed a basic function or a basic characteristic, because now Satan is introducing them to leading with your desires, not being led by the Spirit or being led by God's commandment. He took them into brand new territory that will destroy them, because he said this is going to make you like a god, knowing the difference between good and evil. And so they fell into that, and their natures changed. We saw the blame game, the woman you gave me, the woman said the devil made me do it, and so forth. It's now a whole different game because there's a whole different nature. And when you are led by desires first, and you have no biblical standard or no standard from God, who's to say you're wrong? Who's to say you're not right? I thank God for the scriptures, because at least it produces a standard. And I wanted to share this from the Genesis account because we need to see that a desire-led life, who can't tell you that you can't do what you want to do? Because God gave us volition. He gave us the ability to choose. And so we do have that available. But that doesn't mean that that's God's plan for us. So you have to be careful of how you think about that thing called choice, because you can end up using your chooser against God. And that's not God's intention for us. So I want to say this. I'm not picking on any of those subjects that I just made. I talked about homosexuality, bisexuality, fornication, heterosexuality. I talked about bestiality. I talked about a lot of things, but I'm actually not so much preaching against all of that as much as I'm introducing to you is that is not God's way. Because you just heard what God put forth in Genesis, how he's involved in the whole marriage process. God made marriage, and he made it between a man and a woman in holy matrimony. Now, some people say it's between a man and a woman, and that's all that's important. No, it's not. It has to be between a man and a woman, yes, but it has to be God bringing that man and woman together. It's a God thing. It's not just a heterosexual thing. And that's a big mistake. Because there are many people who are led by their desires in choosing their wife. Now, for some people, that works out pretty good. They found the woman that they desired to have, and she turned out to be a wonderful person. But so many people, and we see the statistics for divorce. So many people are passion-led, lust-led, oh, she's it, or he's the ticket-led, that it leads into destruction. Because God is not the foundation of their marriage. He's not the foundation of their life. And of course, some people, they don't really care whether God wants them to marry or not. They just say, all they know is he's hot, she's hot. I want to get in the bed with that. And as long as you are desire-led, you will not agree with me. But remember this, that your opinion is an after the fall view at best, because God put in order what he wanted. And when we start talking about following God, we've got to talk about submission over choice. Because what Satan introduced was choice over submission. You get this for yourself, because if you do, you're going to be like God, knowing the difference between good and evil. Rather than submitting to what God had said to them, you can freely eat all the trees of the garden, but not this one, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So Satan calls them to choose choice, or what they desired, over what God had commanded them. Well, anyway, I hope this helps you. I know it probably went in a direction that you didn't even imagine. It went into a direction I didn't imagine. So God bless you. Write me in Sultana. Let us know how you feel about it, whether you agree or not, because it needs to be discussed, particularly in the church. Well, God bless you, and I'll see you in videos to come. Bye-bye.